Hi, I'm Bill the Geek, and it's time to show me the money. Show me the money. I'm out in the backyard. It's about 72 degrees out here, and we're going to talk about the Mexican pesos. We're going to show you 1 peso, 2 pesos, 5 pesos, and then we're going to share with you what you can buy with your peso. We're going to go to a real grocery store in Mexico and look at some pricing, and we're going to talk about certain services and things so you can see how your money really gets stretched out in Mexico. And please tell us what more you want to hear. Please leave a comment, please leave a question, and we'll make videos just for you. Let's talk about these little coins right here. Here is 1 peso. It has a little 1 on it. 1 peso. Here is 2 pesos. 2 pesos. Here is 5 pesos. Has a little 5 on it. 5 pesos. And here's the big daddy of pesos. This is 10 pesos. When I first moved to Puerto Vallarta, 10 pesos was worth about $1. Now it's worth about 50 cents. I always carry about 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, because many times when you go to buy stuff, they don't have change. And sometimes you can't buy the stuff because they don't have any change. So you have to leave and come back, go to another store. So be in the habit, carry 2 of these 10s, 2 5s, 2 2s, a couple pesos. It will save you a lot of hassle. Then we get to the big money. The big money. Here's your 10 pesos. Then you have the blue 20 pesos, and that's going to get confusing here in a minute. 20 pesos. 20 pesos. This is worth $1. Then you have 50 pesos. You can see the 50 right there. That's worth like $2.50. 50 pesos. Then you have 100 pesos right there. 100 pesos. That's worth about $5. 100 pesos. Then you have the green money, and this would be 200 pesos. That's worth about $10. 200 pesos. Okay, now the next part is a little bit confusing because this is the traditional 500 pesos. 500 pesos. A lot of money. But no, 500 pesos is like $25. Now, here's where the confusion comes in. Let's put all of the money aside. And here's 500 pesos again. This is new. 500 pesos, $25. 500 pesos, $25. And here's where the confusion can get messy. 20 pesos, which is worth $1, kinda is the same color as 500 pesos. So be careful. Always check out if this says 20 or it says 500. First of all, where are you going to get pesos? There are many ways to do this. If you're in the United States or Canada, you might want to contact your bank, tell them that you're going to Mexico and can you convert that currency into Mexican pesos. That would be a really good way to do it. Start out with maybe 10,000 pesos. That's about $500, okay? The other way is if you're flying down or driving down, there are money conversion centers where you can take one currency and transfer it into pesos. That's quite common, especially in airports like Guadalajara International Airport, which is 20 minutes away from Lake Chapala. Or if you're going into Puerto Vallarta, you can do it at the Puerto Puerto Vallarta International Airport also. And in the airports, the last time I was in the airport, they didn't charge you any money to make that conversion. I have never seen a conversion center here in Lake Chapala. But on the other hand, you can use your ATM machine. They have ATM machines everywhere here. So you can use your debit card, your credit card, and each machine is a little different as far as the maximum amount of money that you can take out. I like to use the ones where you can take out 9,000 pesos. That'll last you a long time. Most machines cap it off around 6,000 to 7,000 pesos. So that's like $350. I like the 9,000 pesos. That's about $450. But 6,000 or 9,000 will last you a long time. Now, I've been taking money out of the bank at ATM machines in Mexico for 15 years. So you just don't want to go to any ATM machine. Like you'll find ATM machines on the street or in certain shops. But I know a lot of people that have had their cards copied in these little rinky-dink machines. And what happens is some very intelligent people have little devices, so they stick the device in the machine so that when you go in and use the machine, it copies all of your data. Then when you leave, they come in, pull this little thing out, and the next thing you know is you're getting charged for all kinds of stuff all up and down the coast of Mexico. So I only go to banks that are open. I look for machines, some machines you stick your card in the machine and it actually goes in the machine, and then you do your business, get your money, and then the card comes out. But I have had my card get stuck in the machine, so if it's nighttime, the bank is not open. I only go to banks that have machines when the bank is open. That way, if it eats your card, you can go into the bank and hopefully get your card back. Now, I like the machines where the card doesn't go into the machine. There are only 2 or 3 of these machines that are in a bank in Lake Chapala. And when I go into Chapala with you guys, I'll tell you which machines these are. Now, for me, I only carry cash. I don't use a credit card. I don't use a debit card for anything, like for purchasing a shirt or eating out for dinner or something like that. I carry cash all the time, and I leave all of my legal documents at home. Now, if you're staying at a hotel or an Airbnb, almost all the hotels that are decent and the Airbnbs that are decent, they all have safes. So I never leave the house with my passport. I never leave the house with my passport, my visa. I never carry any credit cards. I never carry any debit cards. The only time I carry a credit card or a debit card is if I'm going to the machine to get out some cash. Then I go right back home and I leave all that at home. The only thing I carry with me is my Mexican driver's license and cash. And if you're not driving, then you don't even carry a driver's license. Because if you lose that stuff in Mexico, you're in a really bad way. Usually your bank can get you another card within 48 hours. It has happened to me maybe once or twice. Another thing to consider is if you're going to make a major purchase, like if you find some jewelry that costs like 30,000 pesos, your bank, when they try to charge it, your bank may say no because this charge is coming from Mexico and their security bills just go all off. That is why before I make a purchase like that, I call my bank and I tell them I'm getting ready to spend about $1,500 in Mexico. So you need to waive that limit just for 24 hours. That's a very good thing to do. I bought computers, couches, refrigerators, and usually when I go to try to buy those things, the bank's bell just goes ding, 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 and they say no, okay? Another thing to keep in mind is usually your bank will have a daily limit on how much money you can take out. So if you want to carry around a lot of cash or just have a lot of cash in your hotel room, in your Airbnb, you might have to go one day, take out 7,000 pesos, wait 24 hours, and then 24 hours later, go get another 6, 7, 9,000 pesos. So these are just some things to keep in mind, but there are lots and lots of machines that you can use, and they all respect American and Canadian credit and debit cards. Now we're actually going to go into a real grocery store and check out the prices. This is Soriana. If you're in the Midwest or Texas, it's kind of like a Kroger's. They're everywhere in Mexico. It's a big place. They have a lot of stuff, and we're going to check out some basic pricing. Now we're inside of Soriana. In the United States, you would call this a superstore. They have fresh bread made every day, fresh pastries made every day, pizza made every day, roasted chickens every day, and about everything you could ever want from tires to stereos. So let's go around and take a peek at the prices. This first sign says avocados, 1 kilo for $1. So that's about 8 avocados for $1. This sign says 1 kilo. Now a kilo is 2.2 pounds of tomatoes for 19 pesos, which is less than $1. Here we have a gallon of milk for 55 pesos, which is like $3.10. Here we have a half pound of fresh lean hamburger for $3.10. We all know Philadelphia cream cheese, and it's very popular in Mexico. Here we have your standard package that's somewhat large for 14 pesos, which is about 60 cents. Here we have on sale a small packet of spaghetti for 7 pesos, which is about 50 cents or less. Large turkey here, and the price says this, I don't know how much this thing weighs. It's pretty big. They have like 30 of them out here, but the price is about 800 pesos, which is about $40. Here we have a 6-pack of Heineken in bottles for 99 pesos, which is about $4.70. Here we have a 6-pack of Amstel light beer for 85 pesos, which is about $4.25. Here we have a 6-pack of Carta Blanca Mexican beer for 45 pesos, which is about $2.30. Finally, we have a half gallon of milk for 30 pesos, which is about $1.50. Talk about bigger ticket items also. We had this kitchen redone. We had a carpenter come in, and these are pine cabinets, and the pine is natural from Mexico. And so the guy came in, he built everything, put on these handles. It's on both sides of the kitchen. He did all of that for about 4,000 pesos, which is like $200. And then the microwave used to be over there taking up a lot of space. And then we have the water bottles sitting over there taking up a lot of space. So we said, hey, can you build a place to keep our water bottles and put the microwave up there so it won't fall down, and have nice little cabinets and stuff like that so we can hide all the water bottles? He says, sure, I can do that. And can you use the same pine and put the pine so it looks like this? He says, sure, I can do that. So he did all that. That was like 1,000 pesos. 1,000 pesos is about $50. This is Teresa's family table. They've had it like 30 years. It was dark like this wood. It had burned spots on it. And we said, well, can you put pine across this table so we can brighten the room up just a little bit? He says, well, sure, I can do that. And that cost about 1,000 pesos, or $50 also. So when it comes to pesos, you can be at the grocery store, you can be in a restaurant, and we'll be going into more markets and restaurants as we take you into the tour of Lake Chapala and money. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe, because the next videos are really going to blow your mind. Now, this yard isn't really big, but it's kind of big. We got this part out on the other side of the fence. We have this inner part. Then we have a front yard. You're going to see it in a minute. But I could buy a lawnmower and do this. This would take me about 4 or 5 hours to cut. Then I got to trim. It might turn into a 6-hour job. So this family comes and they cut this yard, the neighbor's yard, and the other yard, and they're here for an hour. And they charge each of us 300 pesos. They're here for an hour. And when they leave, this place looks like a golf course. For $15, 300 pesos, just another one of the benefits of living in Mexico. I'm out here in the front yard now, and this is my car. Every Thursday, we have a guy called Oscar that comes. And he comes on his bicycle with a bucket and his vacuum cleaner, and he washes the car every Thursday for 65 pesos. That's like $3.25. He washes the car inside and out, and he puts Armor All on all of the tires, and he vacuums too. For 65 pesos, takes him about an hour. That's about $3.25. And let us know, how much do you pay for yard work? How much do you pay for milk? How much do you pay for your kitchen to get redone? Just leave a comment. Let us know. Our next video will go into Lake Chapala, restaurants, parks, tennis courts. We'll do it all. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything.